Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show one of the use cases of bot-enabled AgilePoint NX application. In one of my previous videos in this series, I showed how a bot can be used to collect some initial information from the user, and that information at relevant point of time is passed on to AgilePoint NX, which processes the information and takes it forward. In this use case scenario, I'm going to show how you can utilize some of the functionality of bot to provide some intelligence right within the context of an AgilePoint NX task so that user can take a more well-informed decision. Okay, so for the sake of my demo, I'm going to use Salesforce as the trigger point. So I'm going to open this account and quickly clone this account. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to simulate a process of a annual subscription renewal where a task is assigned to a customer success manager on a yearly basis to call the client and get his account renewed. And once he has had a chat with the client, he submits the task to go to the billing department, which issues the invoice. So I'm going to replicate one of my accounts over here, and I'm going to just go ahead and click save. This is just used as a trigger point. So if I go over here in the workflow history, you can see that there is a workflow which is kicked off. Using AgilePoint's Salesforce trigger. So typically the process would have waited for 1 month before the annual renewal is due. But for sake of demo, I've set this time to 15 seconds. So I should get a task assigned for initial review over here. Now I can open this task right from within the Salesforce, or I can go to the AgilePoint NX task list and do the work from there as well. If I go over here, I can see there is an initial review task which is assigned to me. I'm going to go ahead and open it. Now what this does is it presents me some of the information about the account as a CSM, but there might be other information which might be relevant, which I might want to collect on the fly. So what bot does is it gives me some of the self-serve capabilities. So if I click on this live assistant thing, even though that the logic was not available on my form or the application which was made available to me, I can ask for some additional information for things like before calling, I want to just see that what is the annual support ticket usage of this client. I might want to check if there is any high priority ticket which is currently open before calling them, so that there is no escalation. I might want to check on certain news about that client, just to make sure that okay, what's going on in their organization and whether this is the right time to call them or not. I might want to create an escalation task for my manager saying that this particular instance requires a manager approval as well, which was not originally part of my logic. Reassign a task. I can reassign a task, and it would show me the top 3 least loaded people within the CSM group to whom I can reassign the task. I can roll back the process to a previous step as well, so that some of the the in between activities are redone. I can ask for some of the last 5 years of billing history or last 3 years of billing history over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. For the sake of the demo, I'm going to use a voice enabled channel. I'm going to use voice to interact with the bot. You can of course interact by clicking these buttons as well. But just to show the voice part of it, I'm going to just turn on the microphone. Help desk summary.
Help desk menu. Please select an option.
Ticket count. So it kicks off an AgilePoint process to bring back the ticket.
Client has submitted 10 tickets this year.
From my support system.
Please select next action.
Active high priority tickets. Same thing, it kicks off an AgilePoint process to get this from support portal.
Client has submitted 1 high priority tickets which are active currently. Please select next action.
Main menu.
Please select next action.
news.
Here is the latest news about Tesla.
Now I can swipe through the news list. I can click on read more. I can read one of those articles as well. So the news article opens up, or I can just say main menu,
Welcome to Live Assistant for subscription renewal.
escalate to manager. So it figures out that John Smith is my manager, and do I want to escalate? So I'm going to say yes. Go ahead and create the task. Yes.
A manager escalation task has been created successfully. Please select next action.
So if I switch back to my process viewer, and if I go over here, you can see that a task was created. I'm going to switch to my other browser window and log in as John Smith and complete that activity. So as you can see, John Smith's activity is complete. So let's get back to our bot enable form. Next, I'm going to reassign the task. Reassign task.
Here are the least occupied users from your group. Please select a user.
John Smith.
Task has been reassigned successfully. Please close this form as task no longer belongs to you. Thanks for using Live Assistant for subscription renewal.
Since I reassigned the task no longer belongs to me. So I'm going to go ahead and click close. And if I go over here, sure is the John Smith does has the task. I'm going to reassign it back to me so that I can continue with rest of my demo. So I'm going to again open this task. Open Live Assistant and turn on my microphone. Roll back.
Please select an activity to roll back the process.
Start.
Process has been rolled back successfully. Please close this form as task no longer belongs to you. Thanks for using Live Assistant for subscription renewal.
So as you can see, it got rolled back and it got re-executed, and right now it's on this step. So I can provide some of these utility functions where people can do self-serve applications using the bot right within the context of AgilePoint application. Thanks a lot for your time.